Good morning, children. Welcome back to the English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. How are you, children? Hope you all are doing well. Okay, let's move to today's session. Yesterday we discussed linkers. I hope you all recollect what is a linker. So linkers are words that are used to connect one sentence to another or one paragraph to another. It helps us to relate one idea to another. So which are the linkers that we discussed yesterday? The linkers like first, then, next, also and finally. So these linkers are used to sequence the events in a story. Sequence means in order to place the events in proper order. It gives us an idea which event happened first in a story. It helps us to know which events happened from first to last. So it helps us to understand the story easily. So I hope you understood what are linkers or connectors. And I have given you some more list of connectors in the notes. Yesterday I told you to attempt a paragraph writing about the baby partridge using these linkers. I hope you did that. Still, I have given you a sample of how to write a paragraph about baby partridge using these linkers. Just go through it. You don't have to take it down. You don't have to write it down. You just read the paragraph. Today, we will have some listening practice. It is very essential to acquire the 4 skills. Which are the 4 skills? Reading, writing, speaking and listening. Which are the 4 skills? They are speaking, listening, reading and writing. You have to acquire all these 4 skills. You have to be proficient or efficient in these 4 skills. Only then you will be able to gain mastery of English language. Don't you feel like talking English like the natives? Like the native people? We all like to talk like them, right? So, we have to strive for it. Nothing is impossible. You might have heard the saying, practice makes man perfect. So, let's keep on practicing until we gain mastery over English language. So, for that, let's start some listening practice. I will read out a passage for you. You have to listen to it carefully. In the listening practice, you have 2 tables in page number 29. Take your textbook and refer the page number 29. Take the page number 29. In page number 29, they have given you 2 tables. Table A and table B. In table A, you will find a list of sounds of animals and in table B, you will find a list of animals. So when I read out the passage for you, you will have to match the sounds with those animals. Listen to the passage that I am going to read now. So let me read the passage for you. With a soft little cluck, Mother Partridge called her babies to follow her. Her babies peeped in answer. When they came to the stream, they saw some ducks floating on the water. Quack, said the ducks to the partridge. Then they heard a croak. And so too frogs sitting on the bank. Buzz went a bee flying above their heads. From a field beside the woods they could hear cows moo and goats bleat. It was all very peaceful. Then suddenly they heard a different sound and all of them hid, ran, flew, or swam away wherever they could. They heard the hiss of a snake. So that is the passage. I hope you listen to the passage carefully. Now try to match the following. Match the table A with the table B. Do it by yourself. We'll discuss the answer in the next class. Now let's have some speaking practice. Let's recite the poem given in our text together. What Does Little Birdie Say is the name of the poem written by Lord Alfred Tennyson. Let's recite the poem now. What does little birdie say in her nest at peep of day? Let me fly, says little birdie, mother, let me fly away. Birdie rest a little longer till the little wings are stronger. So she rests a little longer, then she flies away. What does little baby say in her bed at peep of day? Baby says, like little birdie, let me rise and fly away. Baby sleep a little longer till the little limbs are stronger. If she sleeps a little longer, baby too shall fly away. Now let's look at the dictionary work given in your text. So they have given you some words. You have to find out the parts of speech of those words and write the meanings. So parts of speech means there are 8 parts of speech. Which are those? Nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, conjunctions, prepositions, interjections are the 8 parts of speech. So you have to identify the parts of speech first. If it is a noun, you know what is a noun. You have already studied what is a noun. Noun is a naming word. You know what is a verb. Verb are action words that denote action. Words that denote action. For example, dance, sing, play. All these are action words. Then you have to find out if it is an adjective or not. Adjective means the words that describe the nouns. For example, she is a beautiful girl. Here which is a noun? Noun is a girl. I am describing the word or I am describing the noun girl. How I am describing the girl? I am saying that she is beautiful. She is so good looking. If I say she is so good looking, again I am describing a girl. So which is the adjective in that sentence? Good looking. So adjectives are the words that are used to describe a noun. He is a handsome boy. So boy is a noun. I am trying to describe the word or the noun boy by using the word handsome. So handsome is the adjective. So what is the function of an adjective? Adjectives are words that are used to describe the nouns. Then you have to find out if a word is adverb or not. Adverb means those are the words that are used to modify the verbs. And most of the adverbs it ends with ly. It ends with ly. For example, he runs quickly. Here I am trying to modify the verb run. I am describing more about his activity. What is his activity here? He is running. So I am modifying that verb. How is he running? He is running quickly. So adverbs are those words which are used to modify the verbs. When you ask the question how to the verb, you will get the answer to the adverb. For example, he runs quickly. How does he run? He runs quickly. So adverb says how an action is performed, how an action is done, the way an action is done, the manner in which an action is done. So I hope you understood what is a noun, adverb, adjective and verb. So try to find out the parts of speech of these given words. And you have to find out the meanings. So try to do by yourself. I have attached the notes regarding this dictionary work. So take the first one, they have did for you. Take the second one, toddling. Toddling means to take unsteady steps. You know this baby Patrick, they are just a day old, so they are not able to walk properly with steady steps, with strong steps. So they are toddling after their mother. Toddling means taking unsteady steps, unable to walk properly because of unsteady steps. Next one, fondly. Fondly is an adverb because it ends with ly. I told you most of the adverbs it ends with ly. And fondly means I am so fond of dogs. If I say like that means I love dogs so much. I love them and I'm so affectionate towards the dogs. I love to keep dogs as pets. Then you have the word powerful. Powerful means what? the engine of my car is powerful, or my car has a powerful engine. So here again I am describing the word or the noun engine. How I am describing? I am saying that it is a powerful engine. So the words that are describing the nouns are called what? They are called adjectives. So powerful is an adjective. So what do you mean by powerful? Strong and tough. Then the next one, magic. Magic, it is a noun. It's a tricks played by the magicians. So it's something strange or wonderful tricks that cannot be easily understood or explained. So I hope you understood how to do the dictionary works. So we have almost completed our lesson. So I hope you understood the story and all the textual exercises. So go through the notes that I have attached and also the answers for the textual exercises. So that's all for today. We will come up with a new lesson in the next class. Let's wind up the session. See you in the next class.